Alright, Stokli Storm Riders, 105, 72.96, I think they were, 186 long. So these things are kind of, what are they, 1999-ish to 98. I've never skied these things. A bunch of patrollers had them. Thanks for these, Kurt Troyer. I guess these were owned by Donnie Haglin, old-time local legend ski patroller. Kind of honored to be skiing on these things. Donnie spent a lot of time in that building right there on the left. Meanwhile, I'm trying to keep up with this one, see what these skis are up to. And I immediately liked them. I think there's a lot of metal in them. I don't know the construction. They're heavy-ish. But they real similar dimensions of those Morrisons, with this little smaller shovel. And I think that was the deal. Like, I didn't like about them is they kept hooking. I won't keep talking about them. But look here, Rosie's just ditching me down this face. I don't know who taught her how to ski, but she seems to be doing all right. I can't even really critique her dang form from back here. So yeah, these things are pretty fun. This is our second lap this morning. No one in the way this time. I'm trying to keep up right behind her. And it's difficult. But yeah, these skis are enjoyable. She's on some GS skis. I'm just trying to lock into her tracks here. And we're bombing along. And I followed her on another kid track, hitting jump after jump. Jumps I never go on. It's fun to ride the mountain with different people, especially your own kids, because how they look at it. I mean, it is just playing, screwing around. I mean, that's the same thing as going from like skiing to snowboarding or telemarking or with your kids. Like, you just get different tastes of the mountain. Here I decided to jump ahead and give these things a little blast test on this kind of hideous refrozen snow, and they are taking it pretty easy. This is regular 100%. But look at the skis, just rock steady, pleasant. Snow was something to be desired for, but I always say you gotta like all snow. And I literally like all snow. So, next run, jumped in with the 5-year-olds. Irie is doing better. She's making turns. She's got to get her knees forward in the boots there. Probably keep her hands forward a little bit. Maybe put those pull straps on and maybe work on that goggle gap. But she's doing all right. There's her best little ski buddy. And she is new to the upper mountain. Been loving it. Speaking of the upper mountain, after skiing with the kids, got to go jump up the hill here for a nice opening on the Headwall, and I haven't been up on the Headwall probably 2 years, 3 years maybe, since I don't think they opened it last year. But it sure feels good to get to hike on the mountain. Look at this steep. It's pretty darn steep. Steep enough. Yeah. It's like in those big old steps, and so of course I'm dressed for the cold down in the fog, and then all of a sudden you're carrying all your shit hiking up the hill. So I mean, these are first world problems. Well, there's the top. There's Little League and Big League. Pretty nice area up here. Top of Center Ridge, or top of Alyeska Peak, I guess that is. Top of Max's over there. So that's where I was skiing the other day, on Max's. So we are working our way down the ridge to go see what is up. And it's just so pleasant being up here. This is a rare treat to be skiing on this ridge top. I can see how they'd punch a groomer on this thing and have access from down in the valley, in the left valley, Virgin Creek. If you had to access out that Virgin Creek, this resort would be top 5.
Where can we go? This way? That way?
You can go this way. Is the earliest you can drop in. This is Shoot Slow Boy 2, and I skied it this morning. The snow is pretty variable.
Is this the one and that's the other?
That is one over there.
Gotcha.
We're keeping that close. That one's steeper, and with the variable snow and often kind of stiff windboard, we felt like if people were to fall there, they wouldn't be able to stop.
So it's really that hard shit like on the hike, pretty much.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that in both these chutes. There's some soft snow and some kind of stiff, chunky, powdery snow.
Yeah.
But just
Cool.
beyond this ridge here and over to the boundary, I think is less wind affected.
Gotcha. Yeah, I might peek over this knob here.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool,
There's
thanks.
a line of bamboo. Close this on.
Okay.
We're working our way into the line. I look from down below, I kind of had my eye on this little, looks like a little shoulder of snow that looked half decent. I guess from years of looking at ski runs, you get the eye for what snow might be better than other snow. I think I got the best of it in here. It's fairly steep. We're dropped down to 50% here. It's funny. Well, look at that chunder. It's just wind hammered. This is the definition of variable. But we got snuck right there. Snow softened a little. And there's my line down there. And you can see it's steeper. Basic indication of all the snow moving with me. And you can see the rivets. Basically, that's all. This is what you call no fall zone. Underneath me is kind of rocky, peppery cliffs. It's not like vertical gnar, but it definitely don't want to fall if you can avoid it. And I just got this little sliver of decent snow along the side here. You can see your snow that's running up ahead of you kind of accents the contours. And there's this one spot. I knew there's thin rocks around here. And this one almost got me. I took a second look at it. That little rivet right there, I was like, that's something. And I juked around to go around it on purpose. You can't really see in the video, but that's a little reef of rock. It's a shallow, and if I had gone the turn like I would have done it, I would have definitely clipped it. So then I was like, oh, that was a cool little pitch. I'm going to jump into the chute, see what the chute's doing. That was kind of a mistake. Could have stayed fall line for a few more turns on that edge. It would have been better. But you know, you win some, you lose some. This was immediately bad. I shouldn't say bad. All skiing's fun. But it was not POW. But these skis just take it. They just like suck it up. They were like predictable. Kind of a buttery smooth, super damp. So even though this is pretty bad snow conditions, these things, I liked it. And we're in the lower pitch here. It's still fairly steep, but it's nice kind of predictable chalk somewhat. And then you get over to the just variable chunder. Oh, there's a cat meowing at me. But yeah, pretty chundery. So that was all 50%, and then I pretty much juked out these last couple turns and then did a hard traverse over to the boot pack again. But here is the run at 100%. A little taste of the chaos of moving snow. It's always fun when you get moving snow. That rock almost got me and I juked high around it.
there. That's pretty steep. Deep enough. Hoy. I guess it's worth another. My last run, I went fall line off of this, and it was fine. This one, you should stand here and watch. I'm gonna go right down that shoulder.
Should I film with my
Oh, you won't
phone?
be able to see anything.
Okay.
Okay, and then you would go.
We're going further over.
There's my next run. I like the reverse tipping of the camera to make it look less steep. Which brings me to a whole nother subject of the way your head, you kind of look at the surface. You know, you treat your head on a swivel as if the earth is flat when you're on the steep pitch. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject. So, rolling into this pitch, super wind scoury, variable snow, drop to 50%. Snow gets better here. It's kind of that satiny, super sugary stuff that just starts running. And this is quite steep, and it's all no-fall cliffs to my left. Fall line and left is danger. There's some rocks, there's some more pow, there's some rocks in the cliff. I want to snake this turn around these rocks and snag one more turn. I think these were my favorite turns of the day. Trying to slash one more turn up in that sun patch. Right there, though, the way, anyway, your head is parallel to the ground, your eyes. And made the turn, little chicane, quick juke out the side here, and into the chunder. Chunder. I bet a pair of these skis, I think they do a 198 version. I bet those things would be pretty sweet. Got a lot of snow rolling down here. All my chunks caught up to me. And it was a little chaotic. And here's full speed.
Yeah, Jake! Then he's getting into some rocks down there.
Good work, team. One final rip out to the car, bombing south edge. At this point, I'm kind of in love with these skis. And let's go whipping into this brief frozen heinous stuff, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. Following my wife there, so I got to ski with all three of the girls, 11-year-old, 5-year-old, and my wife, ripping there in front of me. Pretty good Super Bowl Sunday. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button.